In the previous episode, Tim went through 4 floors and will introduce a new ability on each of them. After that, he visited the break room where he learned about the citywide power failure. I've never played this game, but I know games, and I think so far we just finished the tutorial and things are about to get harder. Speaking about Tim and his misfortune is fun, but after this point I'll slow it down and explain my thinking process a bit. So, without further ado, let's see what's the deal with the power failure. I think you do. My theory about tutorials is already proven wrong, and I should have seen it coming. Because now we have add, but we also have another question mark here, which means in the upcoming episodes we will have a new power as well. Just to go through what we have so far, we have inbox, which makes Tim to pick a box, outbox, which makes him take the box to the outbox here, copy to, which takes the box you are carrying and put it to the selected area, copy from, which is the reverse of copy to, and takes the box from the chosen area. And if I click one of these, I think, yeah, this carpet pretty much corresponds to memory in a computer. We also have jump, which basically makes Tim do certain set of tasks over and over again. Like if you do this, Tim will take a box, carry it to the out box, and do it over and over again. In programming, normally to stop this we have conditions, but here only condition is for all boxes to be empty. And now we have add. Add also uses the value on the memory carpet. It adds value on the carpet to the one he is carrying, and for this level we need to carry the total of every 2 boxes to outbox. To achieve this, first we need to take a box, put it on the carpet, take another box and add it to that. I've actually never tried this before, but so if I press this, it enables the debug mode, and after that if I press this again, it reads line 1, then copy it to 0, then go to inbox again, and if I'm correct, it should add 2 of these boxes and Tim should carry box with the number 6. It's important to try little parts of the code before writing an entire program and then wondering why it doesn't work. Now that we know how it works, we basically need to get back, carry the sum to the out box and do this over and over again. If this works only one time, it should work every time. That it's not complex, there is no variety. Nothing can change really. Now we have kind of a bisection. I can either go left or right. Since this says 7 and this says 8, I'm inclined to go to 7, but I think I'll just finish these 3 first. Okay, this is an optional area. I think this was a wrong choice. In the first episode I mentioned that everything Tim was doing were pointless, and this kind of proves it. Where are we going with this? Please leave the high level decisions to management, she said. In these optional levels, our performance also matters. Which is cool because it's basically the difference between a good programmer and bad programmer. There are of course many criteria, such as clean code or communication between team members, but I would say that performance is the most important. Unlike the previous level, we don't have to perform operations between 2 boxes. We just need to take a box and triple it. Since we don't have multiplication, we should take a box on the carpet, and let's see what happens when we do that. Okay, when we put something on the carpet, it copies it, not replaces it, so we still carry the box here. after doing that, we just have to add it 2 times. So let's try it out. Tim takes a box, copy to 0, and add 0 to it. Okay, everything still stays. So if I just add another add here, it should be multiplying. And after that, I can just send it to the out box and do this over and over again. I think the best solution would be to put 7 to each of the memory slots and then add them. But we just need to copy it once. Yeah, I think this will work. Okay. It considers how many commands I'm using and the speed. So not only the length of this area, how many lines there are, but also how many loops there will be is important. Yeah, I think I'll just make a zigzag around here instead of completing this at once. Oh, so it's not just the optional levels, but also in every episode after this one, including this one, our performance will matter. Well, I would do it anyway. Now we have if. In the regular jump there is no if, but actually there is a hidden if. If there is no box left in the inbox, it actually stops instead of trying to continue. But with jump if 0, we can stop before that. We also have 9 memory slots now, instead of 3 I think. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with this for now, but let's think about it. We need to take a box, but we can check first and then go to outbox. So I think we need to put it here, and if it's 0, we can go back, which means it will take another box and overwrite the value 0 with the new one. These 9 slots are just distraction, we just need one here. If we do this and go to outbox, this would work for 1 0. But we need to do this over and over again. So if I jump there, we basically have 2 loops within each other. The inner loop picks a box and copy it to the 0 until Tim finds a non-zero box, and then the inner loop ends. Tim carries it to the out box and we go back to the beginning. Let's see. Now we will overwrite it because it's 0. And you can follow it here actually. Now since these are 0, it will just go through the inner loop and jump back while overriding it. Okay, I sucked on this one. This will slow things down quite a bit, but I think I will take another look. At least they don't delete our solution. Okay, at first glance I can see one of the things I've done wrong. I don't need to carry 0 here to understand it's 0. Just doing that should be sufficient. This way I don't even have to copy anything. I'll just go through non-zero ones and carry it to the outbox. But to be fair, I thought jump if 0 would work like checking it from memory, and it wouldn't actually check what Tim is carrying. Alright. Let's go to 9. Okay. The easiest step, take a box. Problems like these are actually extremely easy when you use real programming languages, but with a very limited set of instructions, it's actually significantly harder. It becomes a puzzle. At the time of recording, it's 12 AM and this was a full work day as well. I'm tired, but I still think it's a bit hard, given that we are only 1/3 with this game. Without any optimization, I'll try to come up with this. I can. Okay, this really changes things. I was blankly staring at my screen for 5 minutes at this point, and then I thought this is not your everyday programming. We were always doing this, but we can actually reverse it. So, if I take a box and jump to a line where team carries it to outbox and do this over and over again, it might work. We could just think about it, but most programmers would just run it and see what happens. And in this case, I'm no different. Okay, what we should have done is take another box if it was not 0. Let's try it again. Take another box, take it to the outbox. It was good at first, then when I picked another box at the first line, it broke. So we just have to do that once, and it might work this time. Okay, I'm overthinking it. Inbox, jump if 0, carry to the outbox. This should always be the case. But if it's not 0, go to inbox again, and after carrying it to the outbox, we need to take another box, so that if we jump here, it will always take a box at the end, and then check if it's 0, and do this over and over again. I really hope this one works. This is not a wild statement. If it's not 0, it takes another box, but then if it's not 0 either, it just skips, so it doesn't work. Pick a box. If it's 0, jump to the outbox line. If not, jump to the beginning. You just don't do this in modern programming languages. As I said, currently I don't care about optimization, so I'll just put another jump and we'll see what's gonna happen. Okay, I think this will work. I really don't think this is optimized. Too many steps. But we actually have 5 commands. So these are not commands. It shouldn't change anything, but I'll just swap these. Yeah. I'm thinking if the carpet plays a role here, but I really can't see how. Generally when you come across such puzzles, if you go take a shower or do something else, suddenly the answers pop up. But I really don't want to do that while recording, obviously. Alright, after another 5 minutes of thinking, I decided to just skip it without it actually being fully optimized. This is really not what I expected from this game. And I also think I shouldn't play this game after 9 hours of work at a time when I'm supposed to be asleep. Let's play one more level. Here we need to multiply boxes with 8, but it also hints that I shouldn't use add 8 times but 3 times. and 2 to the power of 3 is 8. It's said that we don't have jump if 0 in this case, because you can see that we have a box with the value 0 and we'll waste time adding 0 over and over again. Once again, if we don't care about optimization, with this hint in my mind, if I take a box, copy it here, and then add, Tim will be carrying 2 times of the value. And then if I copy it to the second value and then add it again, we'll be adding 2 times of the value to the 2 times of the value, which will be 4 times of the value. So if we do that once again, it will be 4 times of the value plus 4 times of the value, which is 8 times of the value. Then we can carry it to the outbox and do that again. Right. At least this one was easy. Alright, this one was 100%. I think this is a good point to end this episode. After 15 or even 20 minutes, at least we got a win. In a sense, this is karma. Last episode, I bullied Tim and now he's taking his revenge. And just to make you understand how hard this was for me, this felt harder than 9 hours of programming as a software engineer, and this wasn't a particularly easy day for me. It doesn't exactly mean this is harder, but I'm used to the everyday work, but it's entirely new. And even though I have slight edge as a programmer, I think some of you could have better luck with this. I'll have a review video after I'm done with this game, whether I complete it or just quit it, but for now I can say that it's a cool puzzle game, but doesn't really represent the modern programming. If you look at the upcoming levels, there are a ton, and yeah. Fibonacci, mod module, tree sort, string reverse. Yeah, this will be a tough game. But for now, later.